Hey, we're back, and this time, it's the fabled third person. And the third person doesn't want to say hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry. Hello, chat. My name is Yuri, and I will be joining the stream at the request of my friend here.
I appreciate the call to chat of all 0 people that are currently watching.
Hey, gotta aim high. Somehow.
Gotta aim high. All right. Oh, hey, I see you there, Dave1234. How you doing? No.
I'd be very surprised if there were Dave1234 watching.
That would be kind of interesting.
69. Thank you for the super chat.
You see that? You will notice chats.
In fact, they'll probably be up 6 or 7 times unless John's fixed that.
Yes, this time around it shouldn't spam, like, repeat like it was doing.
All right. That was fun, where it's just like, oh, look, we're in a time loop.
Oh, no. Oh, no! The session will never end! Okay. Oh, let's see here. Yep, that's what I need in my save file. This has to be, I think this is Luke.
We managed to cross the guard post and make our way through the garrison before meeting the storyteller. Mr. Wright and Maya should be meeting with this fella at this very moment. I wonder if they were able to find out any more information about Vizela.
I love how that recap skips the fact that we, in fact, did find out more information about Vizela, and the recap should be from the perspective of these two, because now we're playing Wright and Maya again. Yes, we found out that Aspella was the storyteller's daughter. And Sandry, you had a lot of fun time talking about the storyteller. You're like, man, he's just a GM who railroads his entire town.
Yeah, kinda. That pretty much described.
Yep.
You've heard of LARPing? Time for super deep cover LARPing.
All the world's a stage, and all of us are players in it. I can't remember exactly.
Something like that. Woof, woof, woof. Ruff, ruff, woof.
Well, wait a minute. That aggressive bark. Please tell me that isn't...
Woof. Ah! It's Constantine. He looks happy to see us.
Wish I could say the feeling was mutual. Once bitten, twice shy. That pretty much sums me up right now.
The bit didn't happen. You'll figure out the bit very soon when Sandry gets it. Really? I don't know. He's looking much friendlier, I'd say, today, if you ask me. See? Come on, Nick. Pet him just once. Grr.
Ah! This mutt really hates me.
Okay. Hold on a second. I think I'm still voicing Barnum. Well, if it isn't Sir Blue Knight. Exactly what were you doing over there on all fours? Oh, Inquisitor Barnum. Glad to see you again, actually. There's something we'd like to ask you about. Come on, Nick, stand up already.
I'd like to meet that mutt's owner face to face.
How foolish.
Immediately has flashbacks to Karma.
Constantine happens to be mine, and a true knight's champion he is. You needn't waste time sinking his teeth into the likes of you.
I had a hunch. So Constantine really is your dog, huh? Gotta admire the nerve of this guy. He just sits back and lets his dog bite people. Me.
Never mind that. What is it you want to talk about? Just make it quick, Sir Blue Knight.
So, you Inquisitors are the ones who investigate incidents of magic in this town, aren't you?
Yes, of course. Oh, that's me. If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you about that unsolved incident with magic. Dots. There's one thing you must never forget. The Knights of the Inquisition excel at their work.
Right.
And all incidents of magic perpetuated by the witches are dealt with by the Inquisitors without exception.
Spoken with that usual calm and collected air of confidence. That's interesting. You see, we heard different. Apparently, there's one particular incident that still remains unsolved.
Dots. Something about an alchemist being murdered? Ring any bells? What? No. Who did you get that information from?
Well, High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Dots. Well, why the blazes didn't you say so? We could have saved us some time.
Huh? How is it my fault?
The High Inquisitors put me on the spot by leaking such information to the likes of you. Well, I suppose that leaves nothing for it. I shall tell you the whole story, since I do not believe in doing things by halves.
Please, go ahead. We're all ears.
A ear pops up in his eyes. It was 3 months ago that an alchemist living near the town square was murdered. Sorry, Inquisitor Barnum, but I'm kind of lost already. Is there a difference between alchemy and magique? Dots. When it comes to something that difficult, it will do no good asking me. Huh? It seems that while the townspeople respected him, they also treated him with caution.
They respected him?
He used his skills to make medical concoctions and acted much like a physician. The efficacy of his cures was almost like magic. He was famous within his neighborhood, and in fact, he was sometimes referred to as Dr. Belduke by the townspeople. At any rate, it's safe to say that Sir Belduke was no witch. How can you say that for sure? That's simple. Sir Belduke was a man. Magic is sexist in this world.
Can't really argue with that.
Sir Belduke came to a mysterious inn 3 months ago.
A mysterious end?
There were 2 things about his death that cannot be explained rationally. Firstly, the murder scene. His body was discovered in his residence in the study. His room was locked. There was no conceivable way the crime could have been committed except by witchcraft.
This
Sweet
is my
summer
regular
child.
everyday thing.
Isn't that what people call a lock room mystery? Huh? A what?
It's nothing really. So, what was the other mysterious thing?
Dots. Secondly, until then, all incidents involving witches have been foretold in the story.
Foretold in the story? In other words, predicted by the storyteller.
However, the murder of Sir Belduke did not appear in the story. Such a thing had never occurred before.
So not only was this the only unsolved incident in Labyrinthia's history, but it was also the only incident not to be predicted by the storyteller. This definitely sounds worth investigating.
Dots. You certainly are an interesting one, Sir Blue Knight.
Huh?
You really think you can solve this incident alone when the Knights of the Inquisition have been working on it for 3 months? 3 entire months! It's absolutely unheard of that investigation has lasted more than a day!
Bro, bro, you have no idea how quickly I've solved my fucking cases.
I
Get on
must
my level.
say, that is some confidence.
We won't know unless we try.
You may risk becoming the target of some terrifying witch's vengeance.
I'm hoping that was a joke.
Well, I suppose you may as well take a look. Who knows, you may even find something. Sir Belduke's residence is just beyond the town square. Ask anyone around there, they'll soon point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum.
Dots. Hey, Sir Blue Knight. I believe our courtroom battles are far from over. Until we meet again in court.
I'll see you then, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I only really have one intonation I can do vaguely British, so... And unfortunately, my range of that is eaten up with both this guy and Professor Layton. Does he have anything to say? Like a puzzle? You got a puzzle for me? No? Okay, I'm gonna skip this then. Dog, do you have a puzzle for
my
me?
boyfriend.
I know what you're talking about, but we... Woof. Okay, well, no puzzles, it seems. Okay, let's move on. Oh, let's see if there's any... What's up?
When you compare him to Van Zieks is way more fun.
Van Zieks is way more fun, but like, between this guy,
I can see
between this guy and the first and the prosecutor in the
First Apollo Justice.
No, second Apollo Justice, or second of the Apollo Justice, the Dual Destiny game. We compare the two, like, you could see the line where this guy is the start, that other guy is like 10 times Van Zieks, and then it goes back down to Van Zieks. I'm telling you, when we finally beat that, when we finally beat that prosecutor,
whips out a fucking glass of wine in the middle of the courtroom. He's like, "I am going to drink alcohol while lawyering at you,"
and then throw the bottle into the
into the gallery.
Into the gallery.
And also become extremely racist.
Yeah, look, at least he had some inciting incident. He wasn't just racist. He was racist, don't get me wrong.
No, worse, he was also British.
Oh, I have no clue who this guy is.
Did you want to speak with us?
Jordan, your first instance of speaking to yourself, you picked this extremely British butler.
I need to have a word with you both. Thanks to your turning courtroom procedure upside down, we're in a fine mess now. Finding a defendant innocent is unprecedented in the history of the witch's court.
My man, what do you think the point of a court is?
Why?
Executions.
Yeah, why? To provide a smokescreen for the state to execute the innocent, of course.
What do you mean? I'm pretty sure trying innocent people is more of a problem than your precious procedure.
What are you
The fact that
trying to say?
he's just constantly breaking glasses.
That girl is being held on suspicion of being the great witch Bezella. Defending her only invites suspicion upon your own complicity. That's a false accusation.
That's right. There's not a shred of evidence against Espella.
Harumph, I say. No matter what you say, she is the most likely suspect.
Harumph. Oh, God. Okay.
Anyway, if I stand around talking to you for too long, I'll invite suspicion upon myself. So from now on, I would appreciate it if you would keep your distance.
Knowing Maya, is this close enough? Is this close enough? Is this close enough?
Young lady, please, do not touch me. But you're the one who approached us. Harumph, I say.
By the way, a lot of people in this game definitely read his blue text. Do you have anything to say now, or I'll just speed through this? He's probably just...
Harumph!
Yeah. Oh, Sandry. Do you remember the voice you used for this character?
Oh, fuck. Oh.
It was kind of...
Yeah, I know you. You're both acquaintances of the professor, aren't you? I was at the trial last night. I saw the whole thing.
Oh, you were there too? I guess the witch trial really does get the townsfolk interested.
Indeed, especially last night, on account of the defendant being a Spella Cantabella. I must admit, you amazed me.
I did?
Very much. It was the first time I'd ever seen a defender fight that way for his client. For example, the way you used the word contradiction in the courtroom worked almost like magic.
Shit! She's onto us, Nick! Run! But that's only natural for a defense attorney.
Until now, the defender was always defeated the moment they stood before Inquisitor Barnum. Not only that, but in this town, there's no one who wants to befriend a witch.
That's just not how a trial should be. That's not justice.
I believe Professor Layton made the right decision in giving you the Grand Grimoire. From now on, I hope you will continue to fight for this justice thing you speak of in court.
All right, you've got it.
Now then, this conversation has become rather heavy, don't you think?
No.
It's okay with you, I have something to lighten the mood.
Oh, that means...
Would you like to see all the puzzles you've missed? I can show you the puzzles you've missed.
Yep.
Puzzles!
Do we really care about the puzzles we missed?
Not really.
No. I'll be here anytime if you want to solve some puzzles.
No!
Thank you.
Oh, we can't go back there. Okay.
That's the
Goodbye.
super secret area.
Think of me whenever you think of puzzles.
I
think you
won't.
can hear the peanut gallery in the background cackling.
Actually, no, we cannot.
Of all of the bizarre accents I do, apparently she really likes that one.
Okay. Alright, well, no puzzles here. I guess I'll check this area again. No, okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Look who's missing.
You don't want me to voice Bardley? Oh, who's getting this character?
I mean, I can do her if you want.
I have exhausted all of my old lady voices.
Oh, what the heck. Give me a second.
Oh, would you two folks be interested in a rumor?
Oh, God.
that'll do.
Huh? A rumor? What kind of rumor?
That, young lady, is a silly question. It's not for me to choose the rumor. You two folks have to guess what it is.
I don't like this puzzle.
What is in my
We-
pocket?
We have to guess it? You mean if we roll off a few yes or no questions, you'll answer them for us? Do you think you could tell us more about the alchemist?
All right, no need to rush. First, let's see what vegetable you folks get.
See what vegetable we get? What do you mean?
Take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
1, 2, 1, 2. What's today's vegetable, I wonder? Hey, that would be a wee little pumpkin. This little fella's small, even for a pint-sized pumpkin.
Oh, right.
Now, as for that alchemist, he was an outstandingly handsome man. And that smile of his, why, it worked wonders on all the women folk, all right. Better than any medicine, or so they say. Worked a treat for me, too. That smile would always ease my nerve pains.
Dots.
Dots. Oh, that's it?
Well, it was a very small pumpkin. That's all for today, I'm afraid.
What the hell's with this character? So you're saying that the alchemist's remedies weren't so effective?
I don't think that's quite what she meant.
I'm horny, you see. Horny for the alchemist.
Yeah, let's see if she has anything new to say. Probably not. Okay, wow, this is all the exact same. I don't want AI in my fucking PDF reader, Windows! This is the longest loop I think we've had this entire time. Hey, sometimes they say something different. It's always good to check in this game. Aw, damn. Oh! Oh, she's missing her brother.
I think this was you.
No, I think you were the this is the girl. The boy's missing. This is like the pedal and a fret. The other
I
character.
remember.
Yeah. What's the matter? Are you lost or something?
Of course not. How could I be lost? You listen to me. You ever seen a young boy about the same age as me?
No, can't say we have. What's up? Did you get separated?
No, he got lost. No, we haven't been separated. Like he ran off somewhere on his own.
Oh, I see. Well, if we see him, we'll bring him back here to you.
That's right. He's probably a little worried as well.
Listen, I was worried. Just that, you know, Cecil, he's such a little weakling crybaby. He's probably crying his eyes out somewhere right now. Wim can't seem to do anything without me by his side. When he feels sick, he can't even go for medicine without me.
I get it. You're a tsundere. I mean, it's only natural for him to be worried.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally sped that up. And there is no chat log. Don't worry, we're on it. If we see a crybaby fitting that description, we'll give you a shout. Shout, let it all out. These are the
These are the things I can do without. Come on,
I
Maya.
have a feeling he's up here. Now that we've activated that. Nope. All right. Well, I guess we'll just leave him alone.
Find Bardley the Bard?
No, it's just I have a feeling he spawned somewhere back in the areas we've
Went the
explored.
wrong way.
Yes, I have a feeling he spawned back in somewhere the areas we explored. I repeat.
Wait, who are we looking? Are we looking for Bardley?
No, the kid.
Oh, I see.
Alright, the only area left that had nobody in it to begin with is this one, and not here. Okay, well, see you later. I guess your brother's just gonna get, You know what? He could be in the background, because sometimes they shove these characters into the scenery. Oh my god, what is with the lag here?
Oh, so that's not just Discord.
No, that is the software I'm using.
It would be hilarious if he was on top of one of the roofs up there. Like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, well, he's not here, so let's move on. Okay, what the hell? It says I'm at 39 FPS in the software.
Could he be in that little alleyway?
Let's check the little alleyway. I know he's not in the other area. Yes, he is in the little alleyway. Hi. Sandry! It's a puzzle.
Leighton comes charging in from off screen.
Did you say puzzle?
No. He is right now in the storyteller's tower, right? Just sounded like, Luke, my puzzle senses, they are tingling. Goes to the window. I'm sorry, storyteller. I'm sorry, storyteller. I'll have to be right back. Rockets in from outer space.
I was thinking more like instant transmission a la DBZ.
Hey kid. Hey Nick, that kid, he must be...
Hey, you're right. Must be the one that little girl was searching for.
I hate that you can see his uvula when he opens his mouth a little bit further.
Which is weird because the angle isn't right for that.
That's why I hate it. Okay, let's talk to him then. Hi there, Cecil. Who are you?
Wait, you're not a cat?
A moment ago... Wait, why would... Hold on a second. I've got to actually... Sissel is a cat, not Cecil.
Yes, but similar pronunciation.
Sissel is... Oh, sorry, not Cecil. Sissel is the main character off of Final Fantasy IV. You throw respect onto his name. A moment ago, we met a little girl who asked us to help her find a missing cryberry. You're Cecil, right? My sister Petal said that.
That's right. She was kind of a bitch, all things considered, but she's been worried about you.
Dots. Petal always tells me not to talk to strangers. Which is unfortunate because we've met this pair of characters like 3 times already.
As Leighton.
What? Oh, as Leighton? Okay. I mean, you might just grab me and take me off somewhere. You might.
Do I look like a prosecutor to you?
You might even be a witch.
I mean, she might be a witch with like actual powers instead of the bullshit around here. But anyway, Dots. Well, in that case, there's nothing we can do. See you around, kid.
Don't worry, Nick. I'm going to proceed to use my abilities every chance we get. No matter how many dead people pile up, I will always summon them in this world. Come on. Oh, come on, Nick. We promised his sister.
Listen, if I'm going to be suspected of being a witch's accomplice, I'd rather just hand this kid over to one of the patrolling knights.
Dots. Fuck. Okay. Could you please solve this puzzle for me? Huh? If you're the kind of people who can solve puzzles, I'll believe in you.
Young man, you have a very low
Train trouble.
I already hate this puzzle.
You already hate this puzzle? The little girl's favorite block train set ended up crashing and breaking apart into pieces. Luckily, the pieces for each individual carriage managed to stay separate. Carefully examine the pieces on the upper screen and choose correctly the assembled carriages for the letters A through E. Okay. D has 2 big cylinders, so
B is for E.
D.
Rather, B is for either E or
No,
Uh,
E. The double.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The double rolls is E.
Yeah.
Okay, so C and D on the top screen are either the one currently in C or the one currently in A. So I'm just going to move those 2 there, and then we can decide between the 2. D has 2 triangle pieces. In the top screen, C has 2 triangle pieces. So that fits that,
Yep.
and now we just decide the last 2.
One of them has a small flat piece, the other doesn't.
Oh, B has 2
the
triangle
one-
pieces. Or, sorry. Top screen A has
Top-
2 triangles
top
pieces. Yeah. So, that was simple. You said you already hated this puzzle, Sandry.
Leave it to your friendly neighborhood spirit medium.
From the tower,
Volunteer
I am
work
going to
for
kill
Maya
Maya.
Fey, Ace assistant.
If you say so, Professor.
I don't think anyone will miss her.
Probably not, Professor. I get the feeling her boyfriend will be happier.
Boyfriend. Oh, how devilishly devilish of you.
Minda?
That's great. Oh, no, wait, no, that's my...
Victim?
Yay! That's great! You 2 aren't strangers after all! Yeah, of course we're not. I mean, do I look like some stranger? Yes.
To be fair, we are in a European setting and you're dressed in very Japanese clothes.
The fact that he says you don't look strange yourself is, okay. Well, you don't look strange yourself, but those clothes you wear sure are weird. Nick, I just took psychic damage.
We can't give up now. After all, we just solved the puzzle.
Rolls a d4. Oh, a 4! My brain hurts! Okay. Name one thing strange about my clothes. One!
Do you want me to start alphabetically? I could give you a laundry list of things. Anyway, we'll go and get your sister. You just wait here for a while, okay?
Oh, okay.
Cecil, why'd you go and let go of my hand and run off?
I'm sorry, sis. It's just, at least we're back together now, right?
For what? I couldn't care less one way or the other. But anyway, now don't you go running off like that. Got it?
I got it, sis.
It's not like I care, Baka.
There you
Hits
go.
him in the face.
Problem solved. It feels great helping people out like this.
Even so, that was a tough puzzle. I
Nick.
was wondering if we'd ever actually solve it for a second there.
Nick. Tough puzzle. I solved it. Maya got the credit for it. I solved it. What do you mean, tough puzzle?
Excellent self-burn there, Maya. Appreciated.
Although I think it's more of a burn on Nick, because she's saying Nick was stupider than her. Yeah, but we so have what it takes, Nick. I can see us going pro at this whole puzzle-solving thing, just like the professor.
I would have beat you like a drum, Maya.
The best part is I'm making it worse because that pun was not in there. If we get stuck on a case, we can always consider changing jobs.
I'll think about it.
Alright, you have anything to say, or are you just 2 gonna whine? Yeah, okay. Hey, there's the whack you were asking for. Alright. I've been voicing this guy, but I think, Jordan, you're gonna have to probably voice this guy, because I think it fits. I've always worded him like, oh god, I'm just it's like, fine, whatever, it's you know.
Well, we've reached the square, but I wonder where the alchemist's residence is.
Hey, Nick, look over there. Oh, wait, no, it's not that character. Never mind. We're not going to run to that character. We're going to run to one of Sandry's characters. Never mind. I thought it was the other guy. There's a street leading away from the square.
Is it me?
Hey, you're right. Let's go take a look.
Oh, no, he is here. Why did I mix it up? Whatever. Here he is. He has a puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
Alright, I can voice this guy if you want, but you want to take him?
Me?
Alright. I'll voice him. I'll voice him, don't worry.
You do it. Yeah, you do it, John.
Oh, God. Hey, I thought you two were working at the bakery. Are you goofing off?
Well, not exactly.
Actually, we thought we'd give up baking and try our hands at something else. Is that so? Sounds like a good idea. Your bread did taste a little unusual anyway. What? You mean our bread wasn't delicious?
That's strange. I mean, we used so much butter and needed that dough so hard.
Okay, there are breads that use a lot of butter, but like...
Like croissant.
There are. But if you knead a dough too much, bad things happen.
It's just my opinion, minds. I prefer my bread a little more fluffy and light. Oh, really? So just how fluffy and light are we talking here? I don't know, I got a puzzle. Oh boy, another maze. Let's go. Cloud Maze 2. Find the exit.
Ah, now that I've shrunken Maya down and put her inside this little labyrinth, I should be able to get away without a problem. She'll never find her way out of there.
Whee! Ooh, is this one that all these... Yeah, okay. This one. Boing! So close, but so far. So if it's not that one, it's this one. There goes my perfect solve record for the maze, Sandry. The last one of these, this is the second maze puzzle, right? The last one we did, I just accidentally did it perfectly the first time around. Do not know how I pulled that off.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft indeed. Okay. 3 of them are frowning, 1 of them is smiling. Let's go for the one that's smiling.
Oh God, how did you find me?
Witchcraft. Yeah. Whee! It's not that complicated of a maze once I've seen all of the, you know, different parts. Hi, I made it.
Leave it to your friendly neighborhood spirit medium.
Maya, the best at solving puzzles.
Nick.
Notice how Nick hasn't solved a single puzzle this entire session. Wow, impressive work. I really didn't expect you to solve that.
Actually, I thought the same thing too.
You didn't solve it. She did. Well, I knew I could do it. So, what were you two out-of-work bakers doing hanging around here anyway? We're investigating... Oh, We're investigating an incident involving the alchemist.
Do you know anything about it?
Surely the Knights of the Inquisition are the ones you should ask. They could tell you a lot more than I can. God.
You might be right about that.
Even so, it's right shame someone like him could get murdered. I often went to himself to get medicine. He was always friendly and understanding. Seems like Sir Belduke was a good man, at least from what we've heard so far. I just hope they manage to solve this case soon. Let's see if there's anything else for me. Probably not. Nope. Okay, see you later, nerd.
So this is Sir Belduke's residence.
I believe 100% for sure the next character we run into is going to be yours, Sandry. So, voice him well. It definitely looks like an alchemist's house. I've never seen plants like these before.
So what do we do now? Just because the owner's deceased, we can't exactly go barging in.
Huh. Have you noticed just how well kept this yard is? It looks like someone's still living here.
Someone has definitely been doing the upkeep around here. That's for sure.
That's just what I said, Nick.
Hey, who's that over there?
That's a vase, Nick. Hint coin! Yes! Imagine this point of view here. We get to this person's house and immediately start poking around all of his house trying to loot his coins. Ooh, the bell tower.
Like the top of the chimney thing?
I already did the top of the chimney thing.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I definitely did this bird. And this. There's just one more somewhere around here. We'll get to you here soon, guy. We're just trying to loot your house. I've only gotten 2, right?
Correct.
Oh, it's in the bush. Alright, well, we got everything we came here for. Shall we leave? Alright.
Fine by me.
Let's continue the plot.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Fuck it. My sincerest apologies. I'm afraid medicaments are no longer being provided here.
Huh?
Did you not come here for medicaments of some kind?
No, we didn't come here for that. We're here to investigate the incident. The one involving Sir Belduke.
Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you do not look like members of the Knights of the Inquisition.
I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And you? I'm guessing you live here?
Indeed. My name is Jean Greer. I was the butler to the late Master Belduke.
Wow, a butler. This must be my first time meeting a real one.
Well, Mr. Grey Earl, if you don't mind, I've been told that the incident involving your master was shrouded in mystery. Has it got something to do with the Great Witch Bezella? We're trying to investigate that at the moment.
Great Witch Bezella. Am I right in supposing that you are defending Isabella Cantabella?
Well, actually, yes. Yes, we are. So you know Espella, do you?
That goes without saying. Everyone around here knows her.
You didn't know this game had voice acting? It doesn't. Well, it actually does, but only
No,
in
it
certain
does.
scenes. We're just pretending to be voice actors.
You
Uh,
make the big bucks doing this.
yeah, all the big bucks. Also, hi, it's been a while since you showed up. Hi, I'm Maya. Do you think you can help us? We're looking for leads.
Yes.
Hands Maya a rope.
While he was alive, Master taught me the value of investigating the truth that governs the natural world. If you too are investigating the truth, it would be against his teachings for me not to cooperate with you. Would you two like to come in? We can discuss the matter further inside.
That would be great. Thank you, Mr. Grayarl.
Whoa. Spoken like a true butler. He's a pretty cool guy, isn't he, Nick?
What is this room?
This is the room Master Belleduc kindly provided as my accommodation.
So, is this the room where the incident took place?
That would be the Master's study, and it is the room next door. However, the state of the room has been carefully preserved since the incident 3 months ago. As such, entry into the room is not currently permitted.
So there's been a dead body in there for 3 months? Oh no! Really?
It's become rather
Bummer.
smelly.
Is that by order of the Knights of the Inquisition by any chance?
You don't think you could keep up with this talent? We're great. We're awesome. Just don't worry about it.
Yes. So I've lived with Master since an early age. They also decided it would be only fitting for me to keep on and keep the place in order.
So you've been looking after the place ever since Sir Belduc passed away?
Yes, that is correct. Now then, is there anything further you wish to discuss?
Where are your hint coins? I'm just gonna loot you of everything you hold dear. Oh. Okay, I've looted your house. We can talk to you now, after I inspect stuff. Ooh. The floor has been singed.
It was a great beast. A lion of India.
Oh god, are you referencing the I don't remember like what the details about that fire was. I know which case you're referencing, I think.
Yes,
Alright.
the first of the two Natsume cases. As I mentioned a moment ago, I know very little about this matter. As a matter of fact, might better ask the Inquisitors. I can tell you one thing, though, namely what occurred before the incident.
Before the incident?
Yes, it was 3 months ago, around the time that Master Belduc was murdered.
We were on our way back from collecting specimens for research, and it was already into the small hours of the morning.
Out of curiosity, do you think we'll be able to get to the actual case? Like the actual trial?
We usually end at 10.
There was a thunderstorm
I don't
on the
know.
way,
We'll see.
and as the storm drew nearer, we quickly made our way home.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, did they just have a town tower thing just appear in the middle of the night?
Do a lightning
Anyone
strike.
would have been surprised at what we saw. But Master Belduke, well, how can I put this? He reacted in a most peculiar way. Unlike others who saw it, he seemed unsettled, as if he was truly afraid of something. After that bell tower appeared, he changed completely. Master Belduke became a different man.
Wait a second. Did you just say a bell tower appeared?
Hey, that explains it. That must be what High Inquisitor Darklaw meant when she mentioned an incident involving the bell tower.
To this day, I do not know what the master was so afraid of.
Do you think it was connected in some way to his death?
I think it must have been magic. I mean, for a bell tower to just appear like that?
Does. Mr. Grey Arrow, mind if we take a look around?
Good.
I know that the Inquisitors have already carried out a full investigation, but there might just be a clue or two of some kind of connection to the Great Witch.
That's, well, I suppose. Providing I'm allowed to accompany you, of course. There's sensitive equipment everywhere, and it is my responsibility to take care of it.
Got it. Bowl in a title shop. Let's go.
Ah, yes. Ye old centrifuge, I suppose. I understand. We'll be careful.
Funnily enough, bulls in China shops actually don't do a lot of damage.
It wasn't really a China shop, though, that they tested that in. I wonder how the professor and Luke are doing with their visit to the storyteller. Scene transition! What's up?
Look up, I think it's Jim Moran. He was a publicist ages ago. And one of the publicity stunts he did was bring a bull into a China shop.
Oh.
An actual China shop.
The only one that I've seen is they basically took a, an arena, like, a place you would show off, animals and such, right? A rodeo. Thank you, Brain. Thank you for retrieving that word. They took out, a rodeo stadium, right? And they just put a bunch of shells with china on top of it. The bull avoided it all, but that just didn't felt right to me. That's the only one that I've seen.
You know the poem, I've never seen a purple cow?
No.
There was such a poem. Jim Moran painted the cow purple and took it outside the hotel room with the guy who wrote it.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that too. Chance to meet Labyrinthia's creator. Let's just hope they don't upset the guy and have some terrible plot twist written about them.
Oh my god, they're going to have a terrible plot twist written about them. That only happens if it was you that visited the storyteller, Nick. The professor would never let anything like that happen. I've got a feeling they'll come back with some pretty useful leads.
Bet.
We have to do our best too, Nick. Let's keep up our side of the investigation.
You got it, Maya. We're all in this together. Come on, let's see what we can find.
That's the spirit.
God, I hate you.
A new mystery. Why do I have something to say about this? I haven't been here. I don't know this twist. Why am I commenting on it? It's weird.
We're in the meta universe.
Oh. Okay.
After all, this is
shit.
a game
That's
involving
probably going to be a
witches.
problem. It might show up as two bottom screens. Yep, okay. This is going to take a hot minute to fix. And it's mostly just going to be
Luke.
luck.
Luke.
Bibbidi
have you
babbidi
ever-
bibbidi babbidi.
Yeah, this is just
Luke.
going to be a I'm in a bit of luck here.
What did you do anyway?
I think it just lagged out is all that happened, really.
Luke, have you ever
Oh,
heard
God.
of the
Give me a
case
second.
involving the Uroshimayas?
Not really, Professor.
Ah, yes, the case of the Golden Witch.
Properties. Oh, okay. Oh, good. We lucked out.
Okay.
We lucked out. I'm telling you, we lucked out. Sometimes that requires like a full reset of OBS. Okay.
Do you want me to take over for the storyteller?
Nobody's
who was doing the
nobody's
storytelling?
actually voiced the storyteller yet. He's had entirely voiced lines. Do you think you can give him the gravitas that he deserves?
Great
can
Witch
certainly
Marcella will be tried in the court.
And there's the bit.
That will be Labyrinthia's final chapter. A fitting end for a town ruled by witches and their magic. Is that grand enough?
It'll
Your microphone's not doing you any favors. That's all I'm going to say.
do. Look, his mic's better than mine.
Okay.
You can at least hear
Am I
differences in his tone.
I am Professor Layton. Layton. Am I to believe that this final chapter has already begun?
That is correct. And there is no way you can possibly change its final outcome.
Professor, if you give me a 45, I can fix this just real quick.
No, gentlemen don't use guns, except for when we do, but don't worry about it. I wonder
The Sword
about
King
that.
will do too.
No. You see, I gave my word to a young lady. I promised that without fail, I would be able to rescue her. If I'm not mistaken, the Great Witch trial will begin in 2 weeks' time, the same day on which you will hold your next parade. I believe that should give us sufficient time to show you what we can do.
Such a smug countenance. I find it intolerable.
I beg your pardon?
2 weeks from now, you say? I'm afraid that information is out of date, Herschel Layton.
Out of date? What do you mean?
My parade will be held the day after tomorrow, according to the amended story.
What? The day after tomorrow? That's not fair.
Now that's the kind of countenance I want from the characters in my story.
What?
That's what I do, didn't you know? I decide the fate of characters who have no knowledge of their future. It would appear that you are not yet fully aware of the gravity of the situation.
Oh, I know the gravity. It's 9.8 meters per second squared.
Seriously, Professor, the 45?
Let me see now. Just for fun, I'll write you a little story. A story full of surprises and a few tears.
Gestures frantically.
Wait, don't use guns, Luke.
I shall enjoy seeing the emotions of the characters as they play their parts.
A story? For us?
Stories are a fixture of this town. You would be wise to embrace them. Let's see. I think we need a stimulating incident. We shall have a witch, some witchcraft, and perhaps a little death.
Death? You can't.
Oh, but I can. Let me see. This is a golden opportunity to use the alchemist's residence. How about this? Your comrade meets with death by a golden curse in the alchemist's residence. This should be a truly interesting story.
No way.
Feel free to act as you wish when playing your role in the story.
How can you?
This might be voiced. Give it a second. Nope, it's not.
The beginning of a new tragedy or farce. The victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy. A man from afar falls to a golden curse, and a woman from afar cries out in grief. The woman is captured. Her dark trial begins. The fiery pit will cleanse all her sins.
A man from afar falls to a golden curse, and a woman from afar cries out in grief. That must be friend of Maya and Mr. Wright.
Dots. If we don't do something, Mr. Wright will be in danger. There's no time to lose, Luke. We must hurry.
Right you are, Professor.
Do you like the pause I gave for that second part, Sandry?
Much appreciated, Professor.
The story has already been written. And no matter what you do, you will not change the result.
I do not agree.
That's nice.
What we do next can change the future in any number of ways.
No, it can't. I'm sure that's what you want to believe. In fact, a naive outburst like that could be a poignant plot point. Please, be my guest. Your words may help to raise the tension and bring a little excitement to my story.
You monster.
Hold back, Luke. I know you want to talk animals at him all day long, but you can't. Luke, now's not the time. We need to help Mr. Wright and Maya.
You really need to start carrying that 45, Professor. Let's go. We better hurry.
I only have this cannon. Pulls out cannon, drops it on floor. Sorry, no 45.
But where in the hell?
All right,
are you
Professor,
keeping
do you
it?
have the ammo for it?
It's already fully loaded, but I don't carry the match.
You fool! The only canon that matters is my story.
Okay, good one. I was not expecting that joke. That one was good. That was actually good.
Professor, do you hear a flapping coming this way?
I have sent the ravens to consume you.
The sound of a large bird, perhaps.
Ravens.
Who?
Oh, no, that too.
It's the owl we saw in the audience room.
What's up, bitches? Here's your letter.
It's holding a letter in its mouth, not to mention watching us intently.
Perhaps it wants to tell us something. I'll try talking to him and see what he wants.
Take this letter, asshole! Who?
J.K. Rowling is a bitch.
What can I do for you?
Who?
Kill the turfs.
I've got it, Professor. Who? That's the owl. Says the letter was delivered to the storyteller 3 months ago.
To the storyteller. Is that so? Then we can't very well keep it.
You
After
heard what I
all,
said, you little bitch.
it's wrong to read letters addressed to someone else.
No, it is not. I do it all the time.
That's what the owl said too, Professor. But he also said there was absolutely nothing written on the sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Look, Professor. See, they're totally blank.
A letter with nothing written on it. That is indeed most curious.
And another thing, Professor. The owl says the letter was sent by the alchemist.
What's that, my boy? Written by the alchemist?
Written by the alchemist.
Do you remember what the storyteller wrote in that story he penned a moment ago? A victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy. Which probably means the place at which this incident will occur
Is the home of the one who sent this letter. In other words, the professor's house, right, Professor? Alchemist's house, right, Professor?
For a brief moment, I had to reread. I was like, wait, what? It appears the address of the sender, Sir Belduke, is written on the envelope, which means we had better make our way there immediately.
Yes, Luke, that is my house.
Who?
I am, after all, the puzzle alchemist.
It's Mr. Hoot.
See you later, bitches.
Bye, Mr. Hoot.
Blank letter, added to items. The address on the envelope is somewhere near the town square.
It's a little far from here, Professor. We might not make it in time. I think we'd better run.
Luke, my boy, we have the need to rent a steed.
I think you're right, Professor. That'd be far quicker than running.
I have a need for steed.
Quickly, Luke. There's no time to lose.
I'm a true gentleman, Professor. I know how to ride. Nay. You hear me, boy? Boy, this horse sure is spirited. Wow, I just suddenly went southern.
You've been slowly sliding southern the further the session has gone on, Tammy.
Yeah, you kind of have.
Luke is very slowly becoming just this southern character.
John can attest. I am in no way southern, but I can and will do a southern accent.
It is
It
what
actually
Clear,
works.
Professor.
it is one of the 3 accents you tend to do.
Yes, it's also one of the few that I can actually do properly.
I would say you did that other guy properly. That I don't know the
It's
name.
just straight up Brooklyn.
Yeah, the Brooklyn accent. There you go.
Also a place I'm not from.
Yeah. Say, Nick, have you noticed how the color of that wall is different from all the other walls in the room?
I think I've invested enough obvious crime scenes by now to notice something as obvious as that. My,
You said obvious twice, Nick.
obviously.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but there actually was a small fire here a while ago. Fire kid's just gone completely southern. It was my fault. The wall ended up a bit singed in the process.
Now that you mention it, there are some signs of a fire on the floor, too.
Yes, that's correct. Anyway, I decided to paint the wall myself.
Looks like Mr. Gray Earl was way handier with his herbs than with a paintbrush.
I heard that, Mr. Wright. I lit a candle, set fire to some dry straw. In all my time as a butler, I've never made such a major blunder.
Yeah, that's not that bad. You're being a little hard on yourself.
To be fair, like, the paint job looks shit.
To be fair, you've been
you,
butlering for
Mr.
this guy
Wright.
for. To be fair, you've been butlering for this guy since you were in elementary school, by the looks of it. So.
That's right. It's not so bad. It's not like you can see all of the gaps in the wall that you couldn't reach because you're so short. You think it's bad? You should see Nick trying to do the laundry. Don't know why I divided that into 2 sentences. Now that's a major blunder.
Okay, that was one time. Anyways.
Yes, and you still haven't done the laundry since. Do it again.
Let one white shirt come out pink, and nobody ever lets you ever forget it.
Let's go investigate the crime scene.
While we're here, could you show us around your room a little, Mr. Gray Earl?
Of course. If it'll bring you any closer to finding the truth, be my guest. However, as the Knights of the Inquisition have ordered the crime scene be left undisturbed, I must ask that you refrain from touching anything while you are in the study.
Sure, we'll be careful.
Loot. I am going to steal the coins. The coins will not be spared. Do you have anything new to say?
Mr. Grey Earl, there's something I was hoping to ask you.
Certainly. What is it?
This murder is the only unsolved case involving magic. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Is it really true that this crime would have been impossible without the use of witchcraft?
That is the conclusion to which the Knights of the High Inquisitor herself came. The crime took place behind a locked door, for one thing, which already leads to suspicions of witchcraft.
Besides,
The master was loved by many people, and wasn't at all the type to make enemies.
Boy, that is a hypodermic needle if I've ever seen one.
yeah, old-timey syringes.
He was kind to everyone, not to mention sincere. It has always been an honor to serve him. I cannot believe that anyone other than a witch would want to harm him.
Hey, Nick. How do you think the culprit got into a sealed room anyway?
Magic. Well, it was a witch, right? So I guess she used magic to get inside.
I think we should stop calling the culprit a witch. How about magician?
No, this is the wrong series for that. I'm not sure we should be sweating over semantics right now.
Sandry doesn't know yet. Sandry doesn't know yet. Don't reveal too much.
I'm not.
This room has 3 hint coins. You know what that means.
Loot.
We will poke all the
Duh.
property.
Room.
Oh, who did that to the floor? Hey, look, Nick. There on the floor. It's one of those whatchamacallits. You know,
A transmutation circle?
a crop circle, right?
That's a transmutation circle, Maya. We're not in a wheat field.
I'm sorry to repeat myself, but please be sure not to touch anything.
You heard him, Maya. That means keep your hands to yourself.
Meanwhile, he's already searching for hint coins. No problem. I'll just do the touching with my eyes.
Leans in real close onto the candle. With your eyes?
Loot coins. Gotta go find the hint coins. There's a hint coin.
Mine.
You told me not to touch anything. I'm not touching many things. I'm touching hint coins.
Mine. Wahoo coin.
Where's the hint coins? Where's the 3rd hint coin? Okay, it's not on the door because it goes away at the door. Candles, maybe? No. Oh, the book pile. Okay, found it.
Wahoo coin.
Yeah, but that's their bit. I'll leave it to them.
The cabinet might have...
Incidental text, I'm going to show it, but I'm just going to keep going through it. Yeah. Although there's one I think we will voice, depending on what it says. Also, hello, QB. Has the same energy as I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. Fair enough.
I mean, that was sort of Maya's. That is sort of Maya's thing. Maya's like, I might be in my 20s, but I'm
just
still
gonna
gonna act
point
like I'm
this.
13.
I'm just going to point this out that the only place that exists in this world is Labyrinthia. Am I right?
So why is there a globe?
It's just entirely blank except for the one tiny little island.
Been here for a while, enjoying the new guy. Yeah.
Hi. How's it going?
Okay, I think we're gonna voice this one. Oh. Hey, that's a pretty little picture over there. We could use a picture like this back in the office, don't you think? We could hang it right next to Charlie. Charlie's the plant, just in case you don't remember.
I don't.
Lawyerly dots.
Huh? What is it, Nick?
The wall behind this picture frame.
Yes. I was looking for other people to join in that could, because quite frankly, we had all tapped out all of our voices. About threefold, I think. The wall? Oh,
There's
that. Oh, good.
There's technically a few more that I can do, but again, I do not have a mic that can remotely pick this up, so I'm down to like 3.
It seems like there's some kind of green mark on the wall just by the painting.
I wonder if there's something hidden behind this painting.
Hey, Nick, look at this. It's a square with green on it.
The wall behind the painting. It's painted green?
Is there a problem?
No. No problem. This could be some kind of clue.
It's added to items. We just ripped the entire wall and stuck it in our pocket. Are they just going to say the same thing? No.
The wall behind this little painting has been painted green. This could be some kind of clue.
Oh.
Dots?
Okay, I guess they don't have much to say. I guess I'll just talk to this fella.
Dots?
What's the matter, Mr. Grey Earl?
Oh, it's actually that pendant. I must say, I find it fascinating.
Oh, you mean this old thing? It's called a magatama.
It lets you talk to ghosts.
Read people's minds. Anyway.
I feel pretty bad about this, but I'm going to do it. Just know I don't approve of this joke, but I'm going to say it. It allows you to get an NFT to talk to Donald Trump.
I see.
Wow, we're putting Cyclops on the blockchain now? Jesus.
Maga Tama.
Sorry, Stardog is not here right now. If she was here, I'll try to get her on screen, though. Yep.
Tama wants to fight.
You could say it's kind of like my source of power, I guess. You know, I'm not going to give it to Nick this game because, you know, he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, fuck you too, Maya.
I understand. Stands off and charged with energy, after all.
She's disappointed in the joke. The pin you're wearing is pretty neat, too. It's just a mysterious color.
Oh, this is an amethyst. Master Belduke asked me to wear it.
An amethyst?
The amethyst brings about good vibrations. In the alchemy sense, of course.
I'm
I'm
living
pretty
on
sure
good
that is-
vibrations.
I'm pretty sure that it has absolutely nothing to do with alchemy.
Dots?
Mr. Grey Earl?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just remembering Master Belduke. He gave me this stone and accepted me as his assistant alchemist.
Oh,
I thought you were his butler.
But now, Master, such is the order of the natural world. Dots.
Seems like Grey Earl really misses him. He must have really respected Sir Belduke.
There's something I missed here? This, apparently.
Looks like a load of white powder has been scattered around the desk.
Oh, I'm an expert in white powder. Shoves it in the ground and do...
What do you mean that joke?
No, you're in rehab. About this white powder. Has it been here since the incident?
What were you about to say, Sandra? I didn't quite clock that.
I had already said the same thing, basically. That's right. It was like this when I entered the room the morning following the incident. I've left it this way ever since.
I guess someone must have dropped a container full of some Medican.
Please try not to walk in it. You might leave footprints.
Now that you said it, all I want to do is leave footprints all over the place. Must be like Maya was here.
Oh dear. That's most concerning.
See what I have to put up with, Mr. Guerrero? Well, I think
I have some
we've
tinctures
just...
if you'd like something to do with it.
Maybe later. Well, I think we've just about investigated everything we can for now.
But we didn't find any leads on the Great Witch.
Oh, Mr. Guerrero?
Yes, what is it?
Is there anywhere else you can think of where we might find some clues?
Let me see. Well, there's a cellar under the study. That is where the master kept some of his ritual material.
A cellar under this room?
Yes, there's a trapdoor on the floor leading down to the cellar.
A room containing Belduke's research materials. If you don't mind, I'd like to have a quick look at that room.
I see. Very well. If you'll please just wait a moment.
I was here too.
No one cares, Maya.
That ladder leads down into the cellar. But be careful, it's rather dark down there.
Looks like it might be a little cramped down there, too.
That's true. Perhaps it's a little small for both of you at once.
Okay, Nick. This seems more like your kind of thing anyway. Plus, I want to inspect more of this white powder.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess you're just more suited to dark, damp places.
I'm not a rat or a mushroom, you know?
Yes, but it does lend itself to other thought processes.
Come on. You know that's not what I mean. I'll just stay up
Not
here
healthy,
and snoop around for some clues.
Just remember, you're 2 months clean. And it's not snooping, Maya. It's investigating. Anyway, you do that. I'll be right back.
Oh, snooping? Right on!
Not snooping, not snorting.
Well, I should return to my room. Please give me a call as soon as you've both finished.
Okay, got it. Investigative dots. Ugh, it's a little chilly down here. Doesn't look like it's been used much. The air is so musty and stale. Anyway, better hurry up and take a look around.
I can hear your blue text from up here.
Shut up, Maya. It's like a sculpture of a goat, I think. Something about it gives me the creeps. Like the fact it's wearing pants. Wait a second. This thing is completely made of gold!
Ah, the curse has arrived.
Could this be the result of alchemy? I guess in this town anything's possible. If Maya were here, she'd break her back trying to take that goat away with her. That's strange. Almost everything in this room is covered in a layer of dust. Everything except for that goat, that is. Seems to have been kept in pristine condition. Oh, hello, kitty.
There's a kitty?
There is indeed a kitty.
I didn't see a kitty.
Looks like Sir Belduke studied alchemy here, too. It's on my end.
Oh.
I don't see anything medicine-like, but there sure is a lot of equipment.
Yes, I hit his desk and not that doll there. What?
This desk is pretty messy. Not a speck of dust, though.
I pointed at the doll, game! You're still Phoenix.
I guess Gray Arrow must be keeping it clean. There's a wooden box by the desk, filled with all kinds of junk. Doll is peeping out of the box.
Thank you.
I wonder if it was left by a little girl who was one of the doctor's patients. And now I have a kitty on
Oh, wait,
my
coins!
armrest.
Shit! I should take care of the coins before we inspect much
I
more.
was wondering about that.
Boo-hoo, coin.
It's number 2. Three. Okay, I've looted your house of coins.
What's this? A map?
No, it's I have nothing to add here.
Why is it showing a country shaped like a circle?
Oh, is this
Looks
the
like
same thing?
Belt.
Okay, no. It's just shortened because that's all the same. Okay. Well, well, well. Oh my god.
Well, well, well. If this isn't a well, looks like it's still in use too.
Okay. It is very common for me for every time there's a well, I just do that line. So the fact that he did it actually just made me laugh.
Guessing you need quite a bit of clean water for alchemy.
Okay, well water is relatively clean, but it's still not clean though, right?
I mean,
Like
you could
Depends on the well.
also purify it afterwards. Come to think of it, I haven't noticed anything.
any plumbing.
Well, looks like I've pretty much seen all there is to see down here. This room doesn't seem to have been used much. There's nothing I can see that might provide a lead.
Though, of course, considering this is an alchemist lab, and there's that goat over there, he might also be looking for something that can provide a lead.
If I stay here any longer, I might just end up covered in dust myself.
Apparently, they're at CERN. They've started turning lead into gold.
Yeah, but then
Yep.
then it also immediately exploded afterwards, though.
Not to mention,
They're still doing it.
not to mention, standing here sighing is kind of clogging up my lungs.
I do want to state this. Actually, I think this has been happening more. This has happened at other places too. It's just whatever experiment they're doing has to deal with lead into gold specifically.
Well, yeah, they've seen lead shielding in one powerful nuclear reactor gain a fine layer of gold. However, the gold is incredibly radioactive, so it would be basically useless.
Wait, I know this one. There was a Bond villain with this plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that movie.
I have not seen that movie,
That was
so
That was a gloriously insane plan.
Yeah.
John, I will give you the short version. Detonate a nuclear device in Fort Knox to bring up the value of his gold.
Maybe it's time I head back upstairs.
okay, sure, yep, mm-hmm.
His idea was by irradiating a large supply of gold, the rest of the gold would be more valuable.
Sure.
That is the genuine plan that he had.
I should probably see how Maya's doing.
Do 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 do.
Maya, you haven't snorted up all that powder, have you?
Oh, it is. Nobody has voiced either of these characters, and I do not want to voice two bards. I'm just going to state
I
that.
can do one.
This is the alchemist house. We have to hurry.
Professor, wait for me.
Miss Fay.
Nope, actual voice acting.
Hi, Professor. What's up? You look flushed.
Where's Mr. Wright? Have you seen him?
Oh, Nick. He's just down in the basement doing some investigating. He should be back up soon. So how did it go? Did you get to see the storyteller?
Please, get Mr. Wright immediately. It's safer if we're all together in one place. I'll explain later. Just hurry.
Huh?
As things stand, Mr. Wright is in serious danger.
Nick's in danger? What do you mean?
I have reason to believe that a witch will appear here soon.
I'm in danger.
All is as written in the story.
Do you happen to be the Great Witch Bazella?
Concern yourselves not with who I am, but rather with what you will now become.
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, who's got Miss Primstone? It's either me or you, Sandry.
I'll take one of them.
Dearie me. Whatever is the matter, child? You look positively flustered. If Belduke is no longer a resident here, you'll need to go elsewhere to get your medicines. You know that. Let me through. This is a matter of life and death.
Life and death, you say? If so, then I may foresee a hit ballad. Raise up your hearts and sing with Birdly. My bird is Cracker, first, second, and thirdly.
Ah, this must be the rival Mr. Bobbin's talking about. Anyway, I'm in a hurry. Oh, dearie me.
But wait.
Oh, that guy. Did you see that guy?
What the fuck is he doing here?
Notice how you didn't notice him until the scene, though.
Dearie, dearie me.
Professor!
Awkward.
It wasn't me!
Huh? What the?
Well, shit.
Oh, don't worry.
God damn it, Maya, are you arrested again?
Don't worry, Amir's here to get Maya arrested.
God damn it, Maya.
No, that was voice acted.
The words the storyteller wrote really did come true, and in the worst possible way.
Yes, the competent character is now gone from the story.
A man from afar falls to a golden curse. At first, I thought he was referring to Mr. Wright, but I got it all wrong. It was about the professor.
Full Metal Alchemist.
So, Sandry, I wasn't joking when I said, oh, about halfway through the game when we lose access to the only competent character.
Oh, God.
Professor
I would
Layton,
argue that-
here's what he has to say about this twist. Dots.
Well, bugger this. Look at me, Luke. I've been turned to gold.
Okay. This is the oldest one. I'll just make several save files just in case I need to get a screenshot or two. Oh, there's 4 puzzles we missed. And I tried to find the puzzles.
Full Metal Alchemist.
You used this joke 4 times now.
And considering this is the Alchemist chapter, I will keep doing it.
The Golden Court. It doesn't make sense. How has it come to this?
How do you keep happening to you, Maya? For God's sake, we're not even in San Francisco anymore. Ah, the darned witch. Why did it have to happen to the professor of all people? He was the only competent member of our group.
Ouch, Nick. You gotta believe me. I may be a spirit medium, but I'm no witch. There's a difference.
Maya, every case you've been accused of something, you have never been the actual culprit. That's not gonna change now. Don't worry, I know it wasn't you.
The 7th game of the non-spin-off series, she's actually guilty.
Please tell me that I would love that. That would make me so happy.
I mean, there's only 6 games released, Sandra. I was making a prediction.
No, I know, and I'm hoping to make a 7th one where she's guilty.
Oh, okay. Huh? Say, have you seen Luke today?
I haven't seen him since last night. He was crying all night. I didn't know what to say to him.
No kidding. He's the one suffering the most from all of this, poor kid.
Maya, they are literally going to light you on fire. He probably needs some time alone with his grief. We should leave him be.
Yeah. He shouldn't have to see this trial. It'll be too hard for him.
Oh, look. I'm here too. Thoughts?
Oh, it's Espella. How you doing, girl?
What are you doing here, Espella? Have you been cleared of the accusations?
No, not yet. If only it was that easy. It's just that I'm not technically under arrest, so I got special permission to come here. I'm free to go whenever I like, within this building.
I see.
I heard about Mr. Layton. It's awful. You're such a good man.
Yes, so good at puzzles. I'm sorry, Espella.
Huh? What are you apologizing for?
Where to begin? We were supposed to find clues connected to Vizela, but we couldn't find anything. And now the professor's been...
No, don't say that. It's not your fault. I don't believe a word of what they say about Miss Maya. She isn't a witch.
Thank you.
That's my line. Thank you, Espella. You're the first one to believe I was innocent right off the bat.
Hey!
To be fair, to be fair, the first time she is considered to be guilty, Nick actually does not believe she is actually innocent right off the bat.
Yeah, but still,
You mean
that was
case
like...
2?
Anyway.
Mr. Wright. Do you mind if I assist you in court today?
Huh?
I know I may not be much use,
But we have to give Sandry some voice.
but I'll do what I can. I want to help you and Maya.
Espella.
This might be... I think it's, the Inquisitor. I am Bonham. Excuse me. And was I right? No. Oh, you're just going to ignore me.
Oh, great.
You're...
This is the voice that's almost identical to a spell that's in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Grill, butler of the late Master Belduke. I've come to inquire after Miss Maya. It is most regrettable what happened yesterday.
Oh, thank you for coming all the way here. Huh? You look really pale, Jean. Are you alright?
Oh, please don't worry about me. It's merely that since the incident, sleep has eluded me.
Oh.
I spent the night searching through Master's notes on alchemy. hoped there may be some mention. A method by which something turned to gold may be reverted back to its original form.
Oh, you've been researching human transmutation too, I see. You were looking for a way to rescue the professor?
Human fate is often cruel, but that's also why we must never lose hope.
Jean! Defender accused! The trial's about to start. Proceed to the chamber.
Yes, we're coming.
Just FYI, whenever like the crowd starts doing the murmurs, like first person to pick up a voice does it.
Generally, that just goes round robin from the.
Yeah. Nick.
Okay. Cheer up, Maya. I'm not just going to let them sentence you.
I just wish all this would stop already when someone's a witch or not. No one deserves to be burned.
I mean, I know. I can't stand for it either.
God, if only there was a really convenient way for you to seal every witch's power, yoinks the Telea Magica. If only there was a way.
Snaps the Telea Magica over his knee.
Grabs a hammer, puts the one of the gems on a stone, on a anvil. There's gotta be a way to do this. Smashes the gem.
Great, now I need a Herodric cube to put this back together.
Just get enough Gorilla Glue.
You'll kindly excuse me now. I must return to my duties.
Oh, that's me. No problem. We appreciate you coming to see us.
Blink and fade.
Something's bothering me.
What's bothering you, Nick?
Jean seems somewhat odd today.
Let's go, Mr. Wright. The trial's about to begin.
The trial of Maya Fey shall now begin. As
Trial Maya Fey. Sedgewood. Okay.
Knights of the court, are you ready to cross your swords of justice?
Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum always has his sword ready for the work of justice.
Defense ready, Your Honor. At this stage, I've just got to give it all I've got.
Dots.
It would appear the
Pretty
defender has
shell-shocked.
thrown down the gauntlet, Sir Barnum. Now, before we begin, may I have a
Unbutton.
word with you, defender?
Yes, Your Honor.
Last time we met, you stood in this court as an apprentice baker. In all honesty, when I saw you for the first time, I thought to myself, a baker should stick to bread baking.
Is that so? What a fine first impression I made.
However, today you are not merely some befuddled maker of sweet buns. I'm obliged to fully recognize you as a knight of law and justice, on par with Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum.
Indeed, the only buns I'll
Now
be
may
making
your
are buns
duel
of
begin.
justice.
Fight bravely and expose the truth behind this heinous crime.
All right, we're all counting on you, Inquisitor Barnum.
I knew she was a witch as soon as I laid my eyes on her. She's got witch written all over her.
I mean, yes, she does, but
Why not put the baker on trial? Bake the baker, I say!
is Barnum about to dab on the entire crowd? I think he is.
They treat him like some sort of celebrity.
He may be adored by the crowds, but when he pointed his sword my way, you managed to shield me from his accusations. Maya clearly isn't a witch, so surely your victory is certain.
Thank you for believing in me, Espella.
Espella Cantabella. I have given you leave to come to this trial today. However, that does not mean that the charges against you have been dropped. Rather than worry about others, you should consider your own situation.
Thank you for granting me your permission, Inquisitor.
Oh, we're back to dots. Inquisitor Barnum, you may now begin your opening statement.
Bitch be guilty.
As you wish, my lord. As usual, let's commence this trial by first recounting the events. If it pleases you, Sir Blue Knight.
As, you wish, Inquisitor. I still can't get used to this terminology.
The heinous crime occurred in the residence of the late Sorry, part of the problem is I have really bright lights and my eyes have decided to just, you know, fuzzle over. It's actually hard for me to read this right now. Give me a second. The heinous crime occurred in the residence of the late Newton Belduke, the alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Shut up. Here is the sketched plan of his residence. This room, of a somewhat questionable nature, is the alchemist's study in which the incident took place. Do you need yellow glasses? That's not a case. My doctor says that that the way my migraines might come out is as a thing that happens to my vision. It was perfectly fine up until just like the gray arrow scene just a minute ago. I can really sit at a computer and see it all day. Just every once in a while, I have non-painful migraines that just make it hard to see. Anyway.
In fact, I have yellow glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just making it hard to see. I don't feel pain, but it makes it very hard to see. Barnum. This room of a somewhat questionable nature is the alchemist's study, in which the incident took place. The only ones present at the moment of the crime were the accused and the victim. No one else. The witnesses who arrived at the scene seconds later have indicated where they found the accused and the victim. Very well. The sketch is accepted as evidence. Foreplan added to court record. The accused took Sir Leighton's life with the most cruel of magic. A living man one second, a golden statue the next. Such wickedness.
Magic that turns things into gold? Sure. Why not?
Doing a +9 and talking is a bad idea. Yeah, +9s are pretty hard right now. Several townspeople rushed into the room and paid witness to the horror of this magic. The accused has been captured and charged. Oh, goodness me. I don't know what else he said because I accidentally hit play. Rumors have reached me that the victim was a most scintillating man. I'm not quite certain whether it was prior to or after. But incidentally, was this Sir Leighton not the same hatmaker who attended our previous trial?
No, he wasn't a hatmaker.
Bizarre as it is, Sir Leighton's profession and origin remain unknown. He was a stronger in the city. That is all we know.
Stranger.
I mispronounced things on purpose.
Huh?
Okay, I have reason why I mispronounced it. Okay.
No, I was making the noise.
Yeah, no.
The dot.
No, I feel like I should explain this one because the reason why I mispronounced magic, alchemy, and anything else dealing with this world with Maya is because Maya's foreign to this world, right? But in this world, the only thing that exists is Labyrinthia. Therefore, everybody knows everybody. The fact that he's using the word stranger is like, they should technically have no word for that. Am I wrong?
Correct.
And that's the reason why I mispronounced it. And you, sir, his acquaintance. You are an unusual presence in our city yourself.
Lawyerly dots.
Today's case is certainly peculiar. And that is not the last of the peculiarities, my lord. The alchemist study has been the scene of another strange incident in the past. Ah, yes. I remember it as if it were yesterday. The mysterious death of Newton Belduke himself. Indeed, my lord. Regrettably, the only cause of witchcraft still to remain unsolved in our fair city. The witch may have escaped her punishment back then. But perhaps today is the day on which both these mysteries and crimes shall be solved.
What? What are you implying?
Patience. You will know soon enough, sir. Suddenly pale Blue Knight. How interesting. It seems that the Inquisition have something up their sleeve. Now, Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. Thank you, my lord. The Inquisition summons the witnesses of this malicious crime of witchcraft. I actually thought he was about to say meticulous. Like, that's how bad my sight is right now.
If only. If only I'd made it to the room sooner. Maybe I could have prevented all this from happening. I won't let Maya take the rap for this. I'll find every single crack in their testimony and prove it wasn't her. Stop with that Sword of Omens bullshit with your sword.
Welcome to the Witch's Court, honorable witnesses. Now, let us hear your names and occupations. I am known far and wide as a mere punching bag. Soon to be the new head of Punching Bag's retail organization, or Pro.
No, I think I prefer the I version, because he is an idiot.
Also fair.
Hang on!
What the fuck are you doing here, witness?
What's that, Blue Squire?
You're that guy from the previous trial.
By the way, when I revealed that this guy was here for more than one trial, Sandry flipped. Sandry does not like this character.
Just what the heck's happened to you? You look like you've been one of those ultimate makeover shows. Not one of the good ones.
Dots. Whatever do you mean? My name's Amir Punching Bag the First. Soon to be the head of Punching Bag's retail organization, Bro.
What is the meaning of this, Inquisitor?
I do not care to delve in this witness's personal affairs.
Looks like he remembers him all too well.
Witness, pray continue. Did you see what he was pouring into his other cup?
Was that sake?
It had a skull and crossbones on it, Sandry.
I couldn't tell from the angle. It looked just like something. It looked like symbols rather than text. Oh, dearie, dearie me. It's I who usually asks the questions. I am, you see, but a humble teacher. Call me Miss Primstone. The children of Labyrinthia Primary School have the privilege of learning the truths about this world from me.
An elementary school teacher, huh? Good to know at least one witness seems sensible.
That's what you think.
I'm gonna wait till this is finished.
Oh, okay. It's gonna keep ringing.
The winds carry my song, it's birdly stringing along. Parrot and bard, ensemble avant-garde. My faithful muse here is Cracker the musical parrot. No one understands music like Cracker, aside from me, naturally, the other Cracker.
And that was actually voiced.
At least it's not another goat.
Are you getting flashbacks, Nick, to the last time you had to do interrogate a parrot?
That was
I forgot
sensible
about that.
compared to this bullshit.
What a smart bird. You just imitated the teacher perfectly.
I didn't check and see if swearing was okay for this.
It's okay. Just do not turn it to 11, please.
I'm Luke
okay.
Triton. My occupation is Professor's Apprentice.
You weren't expecting Luke on the table, were you, Sandry?
Especially with the glowing fire in the background that makes him look like he's standing in hell.
Luke? Luke? Why?
What?
What are you doing there?
I made up my mind. I'm doing this for the professor. A gentleman has to pursue the truth.
But, Luke, that's where the Inquisition's witnesses stand.
I'll never forgive that witch.
A gentleman shouldn't glare at people as if he wants to hit them in the face, either.
Luke? Your friend today can be your enemy tomorrow, such is the hard reality of the battlefield. Witnesses, we will now hear your testimonies. Tell us all of that wicked incident, which you have been unfortunate enough to witness. Do you see it now? Do you see the skull and crossbones?
Oh, yes.
I heard a scream and an incantation, and then when I entered the room, the victim was already all shiny.
Perhaps something caused discord between us wild friends. Mr. Silcat had a knife at the ready in his hand.
Victim of magic, and done for. I heard the staff fall on the floor.
Professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there, face to face.
I see. Thank you all. However, one part of the testimony was somewhat confusing. You there, the singer.
Singer? Could you possibly mean me, Birdley the Bard, Your Excellence?
That's me. That would be you, singer. The staff that you said sung about. It is as you suspect, my lord. This is this very witch's scepter.
Dots.
There are two different magic gems attached. That means the perpetrator could have used two types of magic.
Yeah, it would seem so.
This gem here enables the use of a gold transmutation spell, Guldor. Guldor. Just the word alone makes the tiny hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Har, har, har! That's the one, alright. That's the dreadful incantation that I, in your punching bag of verse, has also heard.
Dearie, dearie me, I've seen that scepter. So I have.
Clank tips over the golden man. The scepter falls, not the witch's plan.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. Perhaps whoever they're mimicking, you should say this.
Dearie, dearie me. Did she do that to the professor?
By the way, this witch's scepter was found on the floor near the victim. If you'll turn your attention to the sketched plans, it was located right here. A scepter dropped by the accused would naturally tumble exactly to that spot.
Objection!
Inquisitor Barnum, what you're saying amounts to nothing more than a baseless assumption.
Sandry's like, holy shit, Phoenix is the most lawyer he's ever been in the fucking witch game. Am I right?
I mean, yes.
You are on edge today, Sir Blue Knight. Is it because your friend is on trial? Perhaps you better cool yourself down. Well, anyway, the court accepts the scepter as evidence. Thank you, my lord. Contains a golden and a purple magic gem. We unlocked Goldar in our book. Transmutates the caster's target into solid gold. The spell will transmute the closest target within range.
Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you something?
What is it now, Sir Blue Knight?
We know that one of the gems is for the spell Goldor, but what about the other one?
A naive question.
Huh?
Naivety may be no hindrance to a baker, who spends most of his time amidst bread, but it can be your undoing here in the court. Would a knight put a weapon in his enemy's hand?
There's this little thing called discovery. He's telling me to do my homework, huh?
Mr. Wright, I'll look for information on that magic gem in the grimoire.
Thank you, Espella. That would be great.
Already has her finger on the right page.
Just leave it to me.
Well, she seems very happy to help.
The defender may interrogate the witnesses.
All right, let's do this.
All right, let me remind myself what evidence we actually have here. Okay, we've got charges, witchcraft turning presently into gold. We have the green splotch. We have a floor plan. We have the Telea Magica. And, okay, so that's it. Incantation. I heard a scream in an incantation. There's one line that spoke out to me. May have something caused the discord between erstwhile friends. Sir had a knife at the ready in his hand.
Did he now?
Uh-huh. Are you sure about that? Are you saying you think they quarreled?
The other day I saw you all together in this very court. You were evidently friends.
Well, yeah, that's true, but what's that got to do with...
Now everyone, listen carefully. No chatting in the back, no. What I have to say only in your next exam. Miss Brimstone's lesson number 5. Friendship leads to nothing but trouble. People would not break up and part their ways in anger if they did not become friends in the first place.
The kids in our class must grow up to be model citizens.
Dearie, dearie me. What I saw in that incredible the blood in my veins. Mr. Silkwood was pointing that every night ever so threateningly.
Hang on!
Is everything okay, Luke?
Of course it's not okay. The professor was a true gentleman. He wouldn't even let me use his 45. No gentleman would go around threatening people with knives.
I couldn't agree more.
Silly boy. I swear, Professor pointing a knife. Are you insinuating that I'm a liar, you cheeky little whippersnapper?
Oof, that's a good animation to have the lag that I'm getting right now. There we go. Whatever.
Professor would never do that. You don't know him.
At least Luke's found someone else to antagonize.
Mr. Wright?
What is it?
think there was some important information in Miss Primstone's testimony.
You think? Really?
I'm sorry, it's not my place to say things like that.
Oh, you're doing
Oh,
great. You're doing great, Espella, calls out from across the courtroom.
Are you looking to become a paralegal, Miss Espella?
Why? Do you have an opening?
I might hear shortly.
Oh, well, in that case, perhaps I should put a little less effort in.
I didn't notice anything. What could that be? What was Espella about to say?
I mean, yeah, like, come on.
Espella, why don't you tell us all what you noticed?
Oh, is that okay? It's just something I'd like to ask Miss Primstone about.
Well, just go ahead and ask her.
Fair enough. Excuse me, Miss Primstone. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, it's you, Miss Espella Cantabella. Miss Primstone, did you actually see the knife that Mr. Layton was holding? It is a matter of fact, yes. I remember that glinting blade very well. Most frightening sight it was, too. And you saw that from the door, did you? Now, if we look at the sketch. When the incident took place, Mr. Layton must have been facing this way, correct?
That must have been the case, otherwise the witness would not have been able to see it.
That's all I wanted to ask. The more information we have, the better, right?
The direction the professor was facing. That could be important.
This information shall be added to the court record. Floor plan updated.
I'm sorry I jumped in like that, but I really wanted to help.
Not at all, Espella. We were able to get some more info, which may just come in handy.
You think so?
Now then, the next witness shall continue with the testimony. Oh! He wasn't facing Maya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Objection!
Luke, you said that you will only believe what you see with your own eyes. But what you think you saw may not be the whole truth.
Huh? What do you mean?
Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing here. Now, we've learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing.
You're doing the vid too. No!
Dude,
He smiled like sporting his all teeth.
he was facing this way. You have testified that the professor confronted Maya face to face.
Okay, it's getting a little bit too absurd.
But looking at the sketch of where they were standing, one thing is clear. There is a contradiction in your testimony.
A what?
What?
Objection!
Dab! Whether they were facing each other or not is no evidence whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim, thus the other must be the witch.
Objection!
Objection! I will ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor. Think back to Miss Primstone's testimony. She told us the professor was pointing a knife at someone, threateningly.
Dots!
However, You can see in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then, who was he pointing the knife at? Wait, can you do that? What is it?
Anybody could do a hold it.
I would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, and I was the first witness, and I saw no act. What the fuck? This Brimstone's testimony is not reliable. Fucking hell, it's just gone complete south. Oh, dearie me. You look at this child spluttering nonsense and talking baldly of himself at his elders, talking badly of his elders.
Inquisitor Barnum. Yes, my lord? I got a yo-yo hard on this one. It should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim had a knife. After all, that sparkling golden body of his has been found at the scene of the crime, is it not? Dots. Indeed it has, my lord. Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim to the courtroom.
Seems like they're gonna bring the golden statue.
Professor.
Look at that.
Did it get damaged in transit?
Phoenix, you were there! Mr. Wright, you were there! You know!
Look, I have object permanence problems, okay? And you discussing that is very ableist. And I'm saying that,
Professor. Professor.
So this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like the work of the finest artisans. I assure you, it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found.
Really? I'm sorry, what happened? Actually, no, it's not totally crazy. Someone was like, look, an arm made pure gold. Money.
Oh, really?
You don't say.
Professor.
I suppose we should add the victim to the evidence. Puts Professor Layton in his pocket.
The poor professor who, while searching for evidence, became evidence.
Golden Layton.
As opposed to a silver Layton.
Or God forbid, a tin Layton. This is unfortunate. I thought the evidence would be as good as gold. But although it technically is, we are still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding a knife. Oh, I'm Maya. I wasn't expecting to talk. Let me speak, please.
Maya.
The professor didn't have a knife, and also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too. Please believe me. Dab. Accused. Do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage, you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again and you shall be punished.
Well, you heard him, Maya. Start talking.
Or are you in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird?
Objection!
But it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone, and that person wasn't Maya.
Sir Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise.
Huh?
You do not know what transpired at the crime scene. despite being
Maybe
there.
you.
You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court, other than you, knows what Sir Hat was pointing at.
What?
Well, honorable witnesses, is that not so? Huh. I am here punching back the first. Love me some gossip and stories of the cult.
Elusive like mist, the magical beast. Its chilling breath brings about death.
Oh, dearie me. You could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap. If Professor wasn't confronting Maya...
Witnesses, you will now testify. Tell us all about the other presence at the crime scene.
But they came in after the other presents. What the fuck are they gonna... Okay, whatever.
Well, we all know what happened to that alchemist, so in case no mystery.
Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped the magic scepter.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse, the witch couldn't vanish but did confuse.
It happened because Professor unraveled the mystery behind all these witches.
The same magic trick was used?
Holy shit, I got 4 viewers. What the hell's happening? I have an audience? They're referring to
YouTube/Twitch.
This case is
Greetings.
Twitch. They're referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room. It was the master of residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. He suffered a death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck. He had locked himself in his study, and the key was still in his pocket. In other words, no one could have entered that room.
Just out of curiosity, could anyone have, say, hidden in his, like, storage room until the people inspecting left and then just pieced the fuck out?
I guess.
Just a thought.
The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room, just like in this case.
A large amount of powdered medicine was spilt all over the floor.
Oh, good. Maya didn't snort it up. Powdered medicine, you said?
Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions. My eyes have gotten better, by the way. I'm no longer having trouble reading. Now it's just me fucking it up in general. Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered that room, clear footprints would have remained. Yet there were none.
That's not where the powder was.
The powder was around the desk.
That's the kind of mystery the professor would have loved to solve.
The powder was around the desk, and the desk was against the wall.
Yes, but the door is on the other side of the magic circle.
Thus, there were 2 unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death. The culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It is almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it couldn't have been the Demir magic that was used in my case the other day.
Seems like the killer levitated above the floor, strangled Belduke, and vanished into thin air. But what does that have to do with this trial?
It has been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witches responsible. The witch responsible. Not more than one witch, God forbid. But now, having eluded us for so long, that witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice.
What? No way. Now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too? We weren't even here back then. But it's not like I can explain that to him.
Well then, why don't you interrogate the witnesses? Now that you're aware of the connection between the 2 murders.
Objection!
You can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even...
I'm sorry. I just need to.
Yep.
Like, now that you're aware of the connection between the two murders, like, the connection is they happened in the same fucking room? That's not a connection. Like, the perpetrator must be the same because the location is the same. The methods are different, the victims are different, and you've presented no motive to either.
Inquisitor Barnum, defender, you may interrogate the witness.
He's such a shit prosecutor, like he's got nothing.
May their testimonies lead us to the truth.
At least the other prosecutors usually are testifying on behalf of the witnesses, not just stating there's a connection. Just like, now that you're aware of the connection that I've just stated exists, it's like, you don't even have, like, you got nothing.
That's true, but have you considered which?
Hold it!
You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room?
Yeah, real shocker, all right. Well, everyone was talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but, you're thinking it too, right? Right?
I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Slam. Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist. An alchemist! And alchemy's just like magic, ain't it?
Absolutely not. It's science.
Sir
Just
Belduke
ask the short man with a red hat and coat.
Sir Belduke was a man. Only a woman can be a witch.
You don't know what he was. You just know what pronouns you used for him.
What's more, witchcraft was nothing to do with alchemy. They're different, somehow. Alchemy is the mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature, or so it's said. Well, that sounds like a lot of magic to me. Alchemy's it's really, I can't think of regular people. It's all magic, really. And, a couple days before the witch got him, there was that lightning that struck.
Lightning?
Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one.
You're the sort of person that doesn't understand magnets, aren't you?
All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky. What's a magnet? There was this bolt from the sky, only it wasn't blue. And the sky lit up and turned blood red. All then out of nowhere, the old looking bell tower appeared like a burst of flames. It makes you realize Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, eh? You have strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later.
Hold it!
Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone?
You could say I'm a scholar. Whoa, that just went way higher than I meant it to.
Okay.
And my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft.
Oh, you do you? Guilty.
Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time.
The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere, glided through the air, and vanished after making the kill?
Indeed, yes. And the witch's scepter confirms my theory.
A brilliant deduction. I'm honored to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Primstone.
That explains a lot. She was his teacher. Actually, I guess that explains a lot.
Our occult crime analysis has arrived at the same conclusion.
You have analysts?
Right. I found it, the page about the purple magic gem. The spell is called Formalia.
Formalia. What does it do?
It makes a flaming tamalia? I don't know.
It's like family, but with tamales.
The spell Familia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familia. Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish when their task is accomplished. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes.
Evil spirits? Are you saying that the witch used a familiar to...
Dab! It was a familiar that took Sir Belduke's life, and now it has appeared again. Sir Silkhat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. But what good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that... Sir Belduke and Sir Silkhat were both killed by the same witch.
I have a question then. Could anyone tell me what the task that this spirit was doing that was related to Leighton's death, out of curiosity? Just anyone? Judge.
Do you all have lead poisoning in your brains?
Probably. They don't filter their water.
But in order to get the lead problems, don't you need to have industrial runoff or at least lead pipes?
It might be the source of the river might run over a lead vein. I don't know.
It's possible, but you'd expect it to have killed a lot more people by now.
What an unexpected turn of events. 2 incidences have been shown to be connected, due to the same witch's scepter having been used in both cases.
But you don't know that. Is there only one witch's scepter with these spells in existence? Because if there is, how the fuck do you know what these spells do?
And for that matter, where was she hiding something that big?
Moving on.
Summon forth the magical familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses physical form, it is completely weightless.
Is it all... Oh, this is terrible. Now I is accused of 2 murders.
And this isn't anything out of the ordinary.
No. She's only ever been accused of 1 murder at a time. Let's be fair.
I was right, as always. This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now I shall divulge what really happened.
Could you imagine if, like, her students weren't in those rafters? They show up to school the next day, like, what the fuck is this?
And she's like, I'm making sure you know your magic spells, just in case any
We
more
are
witches.
all ears. I don't know what she said. What he said. He was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar. Okay. That is something different. I think I should repress it.
Did you actually see the familiar?
Oh, dearie me. No, I did not. When the boy opened the door, the familiar had just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we all would have seen it. If you were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally.
Hey, Luke, how you doing?
Hang on!
Everything all right, Luke? You seem to be in deep thought about something.
No, it's not all right.
Is there something in Miss Primstone's testimony that you'd like to comment on?
That's what I keep telling you. Professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone. Dearie me. What an impertinent child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife. I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
Objection!
Or, a golden finger.
At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing.
Oh, and you still can't find the arm, eh? Stares at a mirror.
As such, there is no proof that he had a knife.
Objection!
This is but a mere detail. It matters not.
No. A mirror is at the witness stand. A mere detail? Matters not?
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't.
Oh my. Anyhow, I wonder where could that missing arm be? Stares at a mirror.
Yeah, that ought to be looked into.
Everybody stares at Amir, apparently.
Hang on!
Mister, do you have something you'd like to share with us?
No.
Oi, Mr. Amir!
Hey, it's Mr. Amir punching back the first to you, Bluey. Likes of you ought to show some respect for a future man of wealth, such as me.
You seem to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches.
I can look wherever I bleed and please. Anyway, why'd you look at me like that? I don't know about the golden books, right, Art?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
What is it, Isabella?
May be wrong, but there's something about that man.
Ooh, something about that man. What do you say? Oh.
Wouldn't you say he looks suspicious?
It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm.
Pretending? I told you I know nothing. Not a zero, zilch, nil. I ain't seen it, or heard about it, or put it in me pockets.
Put it in your pocket?
It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I had nothing to do with it.
Objection! Mia! You lying, cheating, good for nothing! You tried to deceive me!
Oh no, I've got to voice two characters with grumpy voices again.
Do you want me to take him, or...?
Sure, you take them. He's a pawnbroker, by the way. Order. Who is... order! Who is that person?
Don't you all know everyone here?
You want to know who I am? I'm Price the pawnbroker.
Yeah, so in the previous trial, I had to voice both Amir and like a military guy. I gave him a grumpy voice. By the end of that trial, my throat was killing me.
And this man is a shameless, cheating bum! He had the nerve to lie to me!
What did he lie to you about?
I'll tell you. On the day of the crime, Emir came to my shop. He waltzed up to me, saying he'd got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust. I think I know where this is going.
That work of art, could it be?
I've got it right here! Just like I thought.
That's... Oh my.
Professor? It's Professor's arm.
It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was entitled, Towards Tomorrow, or something like that. I'd never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so, suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum.
Who would have thought?
I thought. And what am I hearing now? That it was a human arm, no less? You, sir, are a monster. You're as bad as a witch's familiar yourself.
I swear to God, if this character pops up in your game, Jordan, after what's happened, I didn't know this is arm. I swear, when I saw it was already like that.
What do you mean?
I was last of the scene, and it caught me eye right away. The golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. Thought, looks like it's showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow. To me, it was a work of art. Precious one of that. And then it found its way into your pocket, and you pawned it. You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title, and passed it off as some kind of sculpture. No.
Don't try and look away from the truth now.
Darn it, I can look wherever I darn please. I'll look away from the facts and forward to the future. Always look on the bright side. That's a mere punching bag's motto. Oh wait, that was still a mere punching bag. That's a mere punching bag motto. Usually that means when it goes like that, it's the audience. But where were we now? Ah, yes. The victim's arm has now been successfully reattached by one of our masterful craftsmen.
Just quick work, thank you.
I mean, it's just heating it up and then sticking it on, I guess.
Knights of the courts, you may resume the Inquisition.
At least one thing's clear now. As everyone can see, the victim definitely wasn't holding a knife.
Dearie, seems that I might have been mistaken after all.
You think?
When you think about it, the victim had already turned to gold when we entered the room.
According to the witness's testimonies, that was the case, yes.
I'm sure you can see that we used to mistake that glittering pointing finger for a knife.
Nope.
Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it, resembling that of a sword edge. Such a sense of power and intensity. It is enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at.
No puzzle's a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
Did he actually point anywhere before this game was released? Because I think this game was released and is the first time he has that pointing like stance. Like, I don't play the games, but I don't think they would have use of for his poses, right? Also, I don't know why my finger is sideways. Like,
isn't that Edgeworth's thing?
No, Phoenix Wright points slightly up is his deal, right? Edgeworth points slightly down, and if you notice, over the games that go along, Phoenix's finger actually goes slightly downwards. Apollo Justice's fingers will go straight up.
Well, that's because Phoenix gets it from his boyfriend.
But that's actually a detail that's in the games. The angle that their finger points at is actually different for every character, and that's an important detail.
I guess no one remembers I'm known for pointing like that, too.
I think your pointing finger makes quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
Thank you. She's just taking pity on me.
Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight?
Huh?
As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant. Yeah, what he said. You better apologize to me now. Badgering me for no reason like that.
Is that all there is to it? Could that arm hold some other clues?
We've come this far. Perhaps there's something else you could ask about.
She's right. I need to ask some more questions. Well then, Mr. Emir, perhaps you could tell me one more thing about that arm.
Well, Sandry, which one do you think it is?
Where was it lying?
We found the arm on the floor pointing upwards, you said.
Yeah, I did. Finders keepers, I say. Just pointing straight up at the ceiling. It just gave me a good feeling. The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way it landed upright.
What are the odds of that? Actually, that kind of reminds me of a puzzle. Now, if you could just show us on this floor plan here. I'd like to know the exact spot where you found the victim's arm.
Sure, I remember that well. It was right there. Yes. That's where you would expect it to have fallen.
No, if that's where it was, something's definitely not right.
If you keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole in it. Or perhaps you're going to claim there's a contradiction in it somewhere.
This arm is the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Namely, the key to solving this case.
Well, Defender, do you see any problems with the locations as marked on the sketch?
I mean, there's got to be something wrong, though.
So, there's a problem?
Yep.
Of course there's a problem.
Psst, psst. And where would that be precisely? I don't know how to psst, vaguely British.
The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence.
Can we just kill Phoenix right now? Can we switch him to the fire?
Its location leads to a huge contradiction.
Oh, no, I was wrong. Phoenix points straight is his deal. He points, like, flat straight. Right?
He points right at you.
Yeah. In that case, why don't you enlighten us and show us the so-called contradiction? What contradiction does the victim's arm create? I hate these, so I'm just gonna drop a hit going on this. We all cool with that?
I assume it's the door.
Go right ahead.
No, it's like, I know what I'm supposed to point out, but sometimes, like, the difference between it can be very vague. Take my hit coin. Okay. Got it.
The contradiction is right here.
And this is the witch's scepter.
Let's go over the order of events, as per the witnesses' testimonies. First, the witch cast a spell on the professor, turning him to gold. When all of you rushed to the crime scene, that golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter.
What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? All witnesses agree with this order of events.
That's right. They all agree that's how it happened. But then there's the arm.
Well, what about it? Spit it out.
Let's assume that Maya was the witch. Now, look at the sketch again. The witch dropped the scepter after having turned the professor into gold. The scepter tumbled along the floor and was found here, as asserted by the prosecution. However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there.
Oh, I see it now. The arm, oh, wait, I'm going into a mirror. The arm, it was...
I'm glad you seem to have noticed.
Is it just me, or does he glow with hint coin?
The victim's arm was on the floor, right here, standing on its end. Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way. Ergo, it couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter.
Ergo something Proctor. Whoa, I don't know the...
In other words, Maya is not the witch. That's what I thought.
Order, order, order! How can this be? The Inquisition's reasoning is proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence.
Call it Layton's magical touch. Professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around.
The name of the series!
It's amazing, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
Professor.
Objection!
Dab! An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight. That I cannot deny. Even if we are to assume your reasoning is correct and that girl in the cage is not a witch.
Which she's not, even if...
In the many trials I have attended, I have become well-versed in certain aspects of magic. I'm all too aware of its potential to confuse people, befuddle their minds, and make their memories hazy. No one can resist such a maddening influence.
What are you trying to say, Inquisitor?
The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in its way. However, can we be sure that's where the arm was? Are all of the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time?
Objection!
We've heard what they had to say several times now. They agreed that the scepter fell after the victim fell over.
Objection!
Objection. Fuck you. And yet, no one actually saw the scepter being dropped. Witnesses, think back to that incident once more. Did the golden statue fall over first, or did the staff fall before it? Think carefully.
Objection, tampering with witnesses.
Objection. I am the Inquisitor. Go away. Think carefully about what you have seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words guide us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch.
Objection, you don't even have a law degree.
Not. Why are they in the wrong order?
Now they're in descending height.
I was about ready to leave, but it seems there is need for further questioning. Testify once more, witnesses. Tell us of the golden statue and the Telea Magica. Okay, after we get to questioning, that's when we'll pause because we're reaching the end time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But when we get to questioning, because if I save now, I think it'll go back to earlier. So.
I was only focusing on the professor, so I don't remember much else.
I don't know. I got there last size, and that thing was glittering and glittering away. I couldn't see much else.
Bewitched by love or beloved by a witch, that poor cove knows not which is which.
Dearie me, I remember how obvious it seems now that the step was dropped before the statue fell over.
Whoa, wait a minute. What you all said just now is totally different from your previous testimonies.
Sir Blue Knight, you are starting to notice it now, aren't you?
That this is bullshit? Yes.
That is the way of magic. Such as the effects of this black art tends to have upon those who witness it. The witnesses are not lying, but simply having trouble remembering the truth.
So they have alternative facts, I say. What a convenient excuse. Confronted with magic, their brains turn to mush, huh?
Ever since our ancestors drank from the fountains of wisdom and attained the capacity for reason, witchcraft has been the one thing to remain incomprehensible, even to the most intelligent of us. Nevertheless, the onus is on us to stand up against magic and pass judgment on these witches. And so, here we are, doing battle with the weapons of the wise, words. With words, we shall pass judgment upon the supposed witch. Defender, you may begin your interrogation and help us arrive at the truth. Alright, we're going to save here.
It's been pleasant to have an extra person here.
Yes,
Yay!
my voice actually has a moment to rest between characters. It feels great.
I hope I'm doing a good enough job.
Oh, no.
Doing better than I do,
This
so
is
you're
all,
doing great.
This is all about friends just hanging out. That's all this has ever really been about.
Yeah, but still. I want to have a good grade in voice acting, which is a totally normal thing to want.
Sure.
I mean, As I said, better than I can do.
You're doing fine.
Yeah.
I made promise I can never remember what voice I've given someone.
All right. So I think we're going to call it here. Thanks y'all for watching. I normally don't do shout outs because Sandry doesn't have like any socials anywhere that Sandry wants to flaunt. Do you have any our newest person here?
Nope, I avoid social media like the plague.
Awesome. Nobody likes social media. We're all YouTubers that hate social media. It's great. I love it.
Great. Catch you later.
All right.
Ta-ta for now.
Bye. As for everybody in Twitch and YouTube land, thank you all for watching. We'll be continuing this on next week. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the Friday game of AI limits, but I'll make a judgment call closer to Friday. Thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.